Hello! Holy crap, I'm back again. Yeah, I got to these, like I said. So, as you can see, we're getting right back into My Hero Academia with My Hero Academia Volume 3. And yes, it picks up on the massive freaking like cliffhanger at the end where the villains were finally decided to attack the heroes, and holy crap, was that cool. I'm going to try not to spoil too much of this. I'm just going to say I'm still jazzing from it. I still really enjoyed the hell out of this. To pick up on this, you get to learn more about the villain's plans. You get to learn that, hey, the guy with the many hands all over his face is this guy. He's not the mastermind behind it all. He's actually more childish than anything. He might, in fact, be a guy who used to be in the hero program. Who knows exactly? But there is a bigger person pulling the strings, which I think I've had already spoiled for me, thanks to, the internet. Not thanks to you guys. Y'all didn't spoil it, but just the fact that everybody's talking about it, it's like, oh, thanks. I didn't need to know about it. Thanks, guys. But, yeah. You get to see more of Deku being cool. You get to see more of Bakugan on being a freaking just pompous ass, and it's just enjoyable as hell. And you get to see more of All Might actually, talking about his powers, and you get also a new thing that's going to happen. A festival. In fact, half of this book is dealing with the fallout of what was happening near the end of Volume 2. The other half is the beginning of what's pretty much a sports festival. Well, that begins to set up, it's like, hey, here's how, we're going to do this pretty much Olympic-like thing. Now, this, I will let you know, it's a little slower. It's not as like, oh my god, just read through it, it's just awesome, it's awesome, as the villain stuff. But you do get to see more of what makes Deku very compelling of a character. He is smart. That is one of the things that many people also don't get with Superman. It's like, he actually is a very brilliant guy. He's not just punch, stupid. I'm Big Lug. Yeah, he's smart. He thinks through a lot of different things. He does his best to, since, obviously his power is a little bit out of control, he can't 100% control it without destroying parts of his body. He, uses it sparingly, and he, in fact, figures out a way to do this massive race without having to tap into it in any way. He also talks about he might be, afraid of using this power against villains. Not because they're villains, but because they're people. And that's a hell of a thing to say. There's different little things throughout there. You're like, that's actually an interesting thing to think about. He's not against stopping villains, but villains are still people. It's like, even if they are destructive, even if they are still trying to take people's livelihoods, and All Might kind of talks to him about that. And it's one of those, that's actually something you might need to talk with a young aspiring superhero about, if heroes were real. Unfortunately they're not, because life sucks. All these billionaires in the world, not one Batman yet. Hell, we don't even have a Tony Stark. But I will say, despite, some of the, slowing down from the second novel, this is still really damn good. When there's action, it's fantastically well done. When there's character bits, there's actually some really damn good character bits throughout this. And that's the thing, Deku's not your lone character. In fact, this gentleman right here, unfortunately, I always forget his name just because he kind of fades a little bit in the background here and there. But he actually has, a character arc. He has some interesting quirks, for lack of a better term, about him that make him interesting. You want to read more about him. He's a little, he looks as, I'm so cool. But you kind of get why once you see more about him or learn more about him. Hell, you get to learn about his friend. Damn, I can't remember her name. and it's gonna bother me to no end. But she's the girl who can make stuff levitate by touching it. She has a reason why she wants to be a hero, and it's interesting. It's a forward-thinking kind of thing, and it does deal with these kind of topics. It's part of the reason why I have my issues with One Punch Man. Sorry to talk about one I just did, but whenever you compare My Hero Academia, that takes all these different ideas, puts them together well enough to where it's like each one gets their own little bit of light. Maybe the lightest one, it doesn't get quite enough light, but it seems like, alright, we're going to get more of it later on. Talking about the guy who can control fire and ice and all this. That makes, for a more compelling read. Not saying One Punch Man needs more characters, but to talk more about, why a hero is a hero. Why would a hero do the things they do? Why would they purposely restrict themselves whenever they could just, kill everything they come across? It's one of those things where you realize maybe some writers understand, what they really want to do, and others don't understand it as much. But yeah, still fantastic. I'm looking forward to Volume 4. I'm curious as hell whatever's going to happen. Those are wondering why I don't even have it as... Yeah, like I said, I buy my stuff in like little bits. Like, here, I'm going to get Volume 2, now I'm going to get Volume 3. The only time I ever actually bought stuff ahead of time beforehand was like Full Metal Alchemist. I went ahead and bought Volume 2, 3, and 4 because they were really cheap, and also like, I'm enjoying one. And this one as well. So, hey, I want to see what happens in Volume 4, see what happens in the Sports Festival, see what more growth our characters go through, because that's the one thing I can actually say. They're growing, and that's so wonderful. It's like, yay, a writer that likes their characters, and it's trying to make them move forward. Hell, even the villains feel like they're trying to grow some, and that's something I don't ever get to fucking say. It's so wonderful to be able to get stuff like that. So hey, I gotta give props. It's a fantastic novel. It's well worth it. I'm gonna read. And hey, I did see there is a offshoot of it, My Hero Academia Vigilantes. I might check that out. I want to get a little bit further into this, maybe like Volume 5 or 6. Unless, if y'all want to let me know, like, Vigilantes comes in, like, hey, it starts to come in really like around 12, then I'll wait further then. Or if it comes in earlier, I can get it now. So, hey, until then, I got more mangas to throw y'all's way. And in fact, I think the next one I might do might be a little interesting. And so, I'll see y'all here in just a few minutes. So, bye-bye, everybody.